Track 9. Return to Whole. A bedtime bearable for the fractured soul. Once there was a seeker who believed that wholeness lived behind a door they had not yet opened. So they went searching. They wandered through many lands and many lifetimes, each time arriving at a different doorway. Behind the first door, achievement. A golden room full of shining trophies and lists checked off. But when they lay down at night, the silence still itched. So they moved on. Behind the second door, love. A rose-colored room filled with hands to hold and people who smiled when they entered. But no one could reach the places inside them that still felt missing. So they moved on. Behind the third door, escape. A world of pleasures and distractions, lights that blinked, notifications that hummed, enough entertainment to forget what they were searching for, at least for a while. But one morning, they woke and couldn't remember their own name, so they moved on. One day, exhausted from the quest, they came upon a small house in the woods. No signs, no promises, just a low-lit window and a soft curl of smoke from the chimney. Too tired to knock, they pushed the door open. Inside, quiet. A room with no mirrors, no noise. Just a single chair, a cup of tea, a bed. They sat, and for the first time in a long time, they did not leave. Not because they found what they were looking for, but because something inside them finally stopped looking. They stayed. And in the stillness, the house began to whisper. Not in words, but in warmth. Not in answers, but in ease. Not in revelations, but in rest. And somewhere between the third breath and the fourth, they realized wholeness had never been behind any door. It had always been the one who walked through them all. The seeker did not need to become someone new. They only needed to stop running from the one they already were. And so they slept deeply, peacefully, not as a seeker, but as someone who had finally come home.